back to Seed Time and Harvest.
Welcome back to Seed Time and Harvest. Today again we're out in the garden. We did plant some squash here. Well, first we planted everywhere else. We used up all our planting space because this area, about in the summer of last year, we loaded up the entire area with wood chips, and so we ran out of space. We realized that we're in a crisis and we need to be planting more food, so we decided to give it a try planting the squash in this wood chips. Now we put down about 6 to 8 inches of wood chips, and it is too much for the plants because the wood chips needs nitrogen to break down, and the plants also need nitrogen. And so a few weeks ago we realized that the squash were yellowing, and I came out and I fed them, but I can tell that some of them are growing, but some of them still show sign of yellowing, and these over here are not doing so well. Even the corn, they're not as vibrant as they should be. And so we're gonna build a raised bed right along this area. We're gonna bring you in when we build that, and we're gonna separate the squash because now we have 2 in a hole. We didn't know which one we're gonna do well. I realized all of them are doing well, so we're gonna separate the squash as we have 2 plants per hole, and we already fed them. So when we separate these, then the ones that are left should do good with the nitrogen that's available. So come on in and we're going to show you how to transplant the squash and how to build a raised bed to put these in. Lowe's, and we picked up some dirt. We have organic topsoil, we have mushroom compost, peat moss, we have potting soil, and we have more what do you call it, compost. Now when we go to Lowe's, one thing you want to make sure is that you get open bags. Even though they're a little bit messy, if you get open bags, you get it like half off. We got some wood. It's gonna be 2 by 10 by the 8 foot. They didn't have the 10 foot, so we got the 8 foot for the length, and then the width we're gonna have the 3 feet. So it's gonna be an 8 by 3 bed. And in previous years, we've used nails to corner our bed, put our beds together, but I realize now the nails are falling out, so we have to be in repair with a lot of our raised beds. So this year what we decided to do, we're going to use the corner brackets and screws, and we're going to screw these in. The ones that we've done recently, they hold up together pretty good, and the screws are a lot easier to work with than the nails. So that's what we're going to use to hold our bed together, and we'll show you how we get that done. The bed is done, all set up, and we loaded it with dirt. We use 2 bags of topsoil, 5 bags compost, 3 bags potting soil, and half a bag of peat moss. And we're just gonna go in and slightly turn the soil to prepare for transplant. And we're gonna do the same thing with the other bed. So for the 8 by 3, you need 10 and a half bags of soil.
When you're transplanting, you want to make sure that you do it in the evening when it is cool and the plant has time to acclimate to the new environment. Also, you want to make sure that you have the soil moist as to cause at least the least amount of agitation to the plant. All right, here Sharice is in the new raised bed, about to make her first transplant. And the squash is ready to grow in a more nurturing environment.
All right, so everything has been planted out. The corn, we had squash, and we have some peppers, and I can tell that they're looking green already. The squash are standing up. The peppers are looking very healthy. So we're off to a productive garden by God's grace. Thank you for joining us to Seed Time and Harvest. Until next time, happy planting. Bye. Say bye-bye.